Hello, Collective, to a timeless reading. You're here because of the title. And why? Who knows? All right. But let's begin by starting off with the definition of cognitive dissonance, all right? This squirmy, uncomfortable feeling when we have ideas, beliefs that conflict, or beliefs and behaviors that conflict. We may try to reduce discomfort by rejecting, rationalizing, or avoiding information that highlights the dissonance. Okay? So, this is another episode of this series that I've started. Who knows where it's going to be, how long it's going to go, however, whatever, whenever, however you're here, there may be something within this reading here for you. All right? Keep in mind, this is not a one-to-one insight of any kind. This is a collective storytelling time. And I utilize some cards and some depictions to get some messages going until I feel the messages are over. Some more details before we get into the reading. I am Master Seventh, aka Seventh, that reads these energies for you. Should you want to know who she is, what she has to offer, what I'm all about, there's details in the description box below for you. I am a master healer. I provide remote wellness and tarot intuitive insights. Should that be something to keep in your back pocket for you to utilize in the time that you may need it, okay? I also have various other forms of links in the description box made available on how to navigate this channel and how you may also reach and access my sister channel for also further timeless content. All right. As always, gender is non-gender specific. Well, masculinity and femininity is non-gender specific. Okay, so utilize the energies however they may come up, so however they fit to your universe and your story. All right, let's see what's going on here for cognitive dissonance. What is if anything, challenging? Is there anything challenging right now? And what could it be? Okay, reading over. Tower. That's what cognitive dissonance does. It shatters everything within you. That's its goal. That's the hope. That's a job well done for anything that came in and fits the mold of whatever it means for you to cognitively understand the behavior of what it is that you're computing. How you feel will make it either a slow or fast process. How you are left feeling is the result of the process of maybe having symptoms that are due to challenging narratives that don't really sit well with the foundation you have built for yourself. I see there's an outer shell, and that outer shell has its armor, and its armor is manufactured by everything that has made you who you are today. Part of the things that make you who you are today are all the adults who were there or not there while you were becoming one or still becoming one. That's your outer shell. Now ask the within part, the within energy, if it also is manufactured from the same resources. For that, I will assume that you will say, no, I am not manufactured of the same thing that made my outer shell. If anything, I'd like to be the sole proprietor and owner of that of which it is that I am to be manufacturer of. So cognitive dissonance is a term that, as a reader, as a healer, I hold no objections to the problem areas in life, all right? There is not one problem where I'm like, why can't we fix it? What's wrong with it? What's the perception of how wrong it is that it can't be well? Are some things forever broken? Yeah, because it's broken. And it also plays a role with how contradictory we are to learning when things are broken. Because some people base their whole philosophies of life and the things that they are paying attention to when it means to go out to places on certain relationships and the people that will entertain the outing event. When that gets broken, so does the relationship with the outing event. And then the irony also then may also then come up to the inquisition whether or not you should end the relationship, or in other situations where we may all be guilty of at one point, wondering if the person from the past should be the future person to come back again. All because we're still all learning what it means for something to be broken and still using some things of value after it's broken. Now, this is where it gets creative, right? For some of y'all who are very creative, are very good with your DIY projects. Maybe some of you are dumpster divers. I've been around dumpster divers and they find some crazy ass shit. You're like, wait, why am I going into the stores and finding this stuff? Like, you're getting this shit according to a dumpster? And some people hear that and are like, oh, a dumpster. I get it, but this person is doing something that you're not. And from the outside looking in, they're probably doing something that you're like, you did what now? You're getting how much money for that? You got that for free? You didn't spend... Yo, no, give me some. Only when that happens is somebody will like, give me some. But when it's before, they don't show up. It's the same as when people begin reading for tarot for something, you know? Everyone's a little bit interested. Oh, yeah, pull a card. I wanna know. Ooh. Oh, by the way, I'm starting to charge $1, $3, $200, $500, whatever. And you're like, oh, I don't want to pay. Let me just go to the next reader because that's where I got my shit for free. Yeah. I do wish a whole lot more cognitive dissonance comes for a lot more people so that way we can find a common ground that we can all agree on so that we can lessen the animosity in the atmosphere in some corners of the world here. Some vicious things are happening that seem to be out of control and have been out of control, and many people have been out of control trying to find the thing that's out of control by getting control, but the control is out of control. So why are we trying to control the thing that's out of control? And if you're implying that I'm talking about politics, you may not be wrong. The game Telephone is a nasty motherfucking game. Alright, you remember that game. You know somebody that knows that game if you didn't play that game when you were a child. Ask around how that game Telephone fucking blows. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time playing that game Telephone. Like, you know somebody is gonna be that motherfucker who's gonna fuck it up. And then this person who's really, really trying not to fuck it up, and then they can't hear. What are you telling me? I think that's what you said. I can't ask you again. No, one. Oh, fuck. Oh, I'm gonna feel so guilty if I get it wrong. And then there's some people who are like, ooh, I'm gonna trick you. And they're never gonna know it's me. That's literally the definition of human. I feel so guilty. Like... Oh, shit. Who's tired of people raise your hand? What was that? Oh, yeah, I get it. I see that. I feel you, homie. feel sad for how pretty the world can be? Is it because you feel it? Maybe. But you don't see it? No. Have you ever seen it? No. So why is the feeling still there? I don't know, you tell me. Is it a feeling? I'm not sure anymore. So is it a calling? Well, if this is so, this is the longest phone call I've ever been on. And I don't know if I'm getting the game of telephone correctly. Who's giving me these messages? Who am I listening and answering to? Who am I calling? Four of Cups. Who am I calling? Who am I answering to? What is my existence? What is my stance? What is my faith, my belief? Do I believe in God? Am I agnostic, atheist? You know, like... I'm this close, y'all. I mean, this close. This fucking close to have, like, atheist reading. I'm here to fuck things up. Prove the impossible possible. Prove the impossible possible. Because those are some interesting conversations. Just as interesting as the most religious ones. I'm like, I get terrified of both of them. Like, wait, you don't believe in nothing? You do a lot of work on the things that are, like, judicial for you not believing in anything. And then let me tell you something for those non-believers, you know? Those non-believers are, like, the first ones to showing up to the court of the conversation being like, you vote for what? For the right to party? Okay. Do you know that every one of them put their hand on something religious? Some of these things are based off a true story here. That's why I'm also bringing this shit up. I think conversations with atheists are just absolutely hilarious. Like, they're amazing. They're very intellectual. I was raised by atheists. And I'm not religious till this very moment. If you read well, this is without religion. Universe exists without the implied religion. Very clear. Shit goes on no matter which Bible you read, which edition, in whatever language. Shit's still functioning. So... I find the world to be much more interesting when you navigate it from an inertia point of view. And understand you have directionals that you can choose from. Some seem linear, some seem like a quantum leap forward, backwards of time. Cognitive dissonance is a nice dose. There are some people, a lot of people, who either illegally or legally get high. Cognitive dissonance is a high given from the ether to you through any means necessary for you to experience that high. Hold on, I need a snack. Say what now? What was that? One more time. I'm gonna have to reel that back. If you're wondering what I'm snacking on, it's a granola. Y'all want to get high. Have a good dose of some cognitive dissonance shit happen. Y'all get high like a motherfucker. High like a kite. That's funny. Woo! Hold up, wait, hold up. Let me go to my marijuana deck. It's that hot, people. Listen, some of y'all are funny. Some of y'all have family members who've been in and out of some difficulties of like needing to like get over their addictions, you know, rehab. And it's a serious situation. It's a very fucking serious situation. It's usually more serious for the individual within the addiction than anyone else affected by the addiction. That's how serious the situation is. But what's funny, there's some people they hate you for getting high, but they get high too. They get high too. They just have their doctors and their nurses giving them all these things. The ones on a lot of pills too are also drug addicts. Am I a medical practitioner? Nope. But through to my life experience that I have in the description box below, a little tiny window of, I know what it's like to be labeled as something and then have that very thing that I'm labeled as give me the instructions on how to survive it too. And then all the things that I'm supposed to use to help me survive the label would have destroyed me. And those were all advice from legal drug dealers, good or bad ones. Let me getting all close. All right. Ooh. Oh man, I saw this card when I cut the deck open to shuffle it, and it came out anyway. That's beautiful. We have Omo family. Like I said, there's some people in your social circle that want to condemn you for you doing what you have done. Meanwhile, you open up their mirror. I don't know what word was about to come out. Their mirror, and boom shakalaka. Boom shakalaka. You hear them shake, rattle, roll. Shake, rattle, roll. Shake, rattle, roll. Shake, rattle, roll. The first ones to tell you, get this vaccine, this booster, this, get, go. Get Botox, get everything. Oh, you smoke weed? Oh, what? Don't do drugs. Don't do drugs. What was that? I couldn't hear you. It was all the Botox. All the aluminum in your body. And the food coloring dyes. What was that? Huh? Say what? Say word. I'm just kidding. Some of the messages we have enchantment and celebration. You do you. You do you. Get your nails done. Get your feet done. Get that pedicure, get that manicure, get that facial, get the zhuzh, get the new haircut, cut the hair, do the hair, change the hair color, get that tattoo. Do you, do you, do you, do you. Go to happy hour, have a drink, have a cocktail, do you. The chatter ain't gonna happen either way. Either way, it's gonna happen. And you're gonna be making a fool out of yourself, thinking and worrying about the details of that conversation. Just know that you are important. You are important to talk about. Okay, you are important to talk about. You're important to be in the center of attention. Alright, no, but seriously, family, there are elements within your family that may be the reason why you're here. Okay, there might have been certain injustices that just didn't work out in your favor, not because you could have chosen it any other different, they just didn't work out in your favor, or you are learning from them and you want to learn that because of this, you want to shift a different reality, and that's having a best form of celebratory reaction to what you consider being the qualitative, definitive ways that your family has taught you all that you know. All the things that your family has taught you doesn't define who you are as a person. They helped shape you, just like the outer shell. It helped shape the outer shell, but it does not control the inner nucleus of who you are. For that, you bring your own light of breath to it, your awareness of consumption of eating, how well or good you're eating, how reactionary you are to how you react to the things that you're eating and consuming, if they're good for you, if you enjoy the things that you're watching and listening out into the background, what happens to be the background noise while you're doing something else, what is in the background noise taking space and going into subconscious of you. Like, being cognizant of that type of behavior in life allows you to be more present in your life. It doesn't make you neurotic just because you like certain things a certain way. There's reasons why you do what you do, and the world needs to adjust itself for you to be who you are at all times without you ever slowing down being who you are. All right, we have truth, aura. That's going back to that consumption. You are what you eat. You are what you consume. This isn't about the literal context of what the tongue touches, breaks down, and the teeth chew up and you swallow. This is beyond that element, all right? This is around what you wear, what material it's made out of, what jewelry you wear, what hair color, what liquids, what ingredients. The ingredients of people. Your environment, your setting, the smell, the weather, the sounds. Everything is an element of truth to what your aura is part of in every moment. Your aura, by the way, is something, I don't know a lot of people know this, but some people do know, but this is just coming out. I don't know why I'm adding so much detail instead of just saying what it is that I want to say. And what I want to say is that aura changes at any given moment. Okay, so some of you may be seeing color. Absence, stay away from it. And the harsh night, you don't need to not remember your night. Green is telling me to tell y'all. And there's a blue cocktail and Long Island iced teas. Elevate your experience. Don't do that shit. All right. Back to aura. There's someone that sees color, like you might be able to see color around me at this time. You might be seeing yellow or green, and those are the colors that help me express, for you to also receive the energies also in that vibrational context. You might also see that color change. Yeah, someone might be seeing the world in color and just feel like they can't explain it. Like, the doctor's telling me, the eye doctor's telling me everything's fine with my eyes. All right, we have Arabu Restoration. It's a temperance energy. Beautiful. Beautiful colors in these cards, no? Yeah, have that. Have that, okay? Have that. Whatever that is, have that. Because it adds to needing to shift what needs to be shifted. And doing it unapologetically. Alright? Alright, let's get some more here. Amazing how much the tarot deck here of the Tower and the Four of Cups got me to say all that for 26 fucking minutes. Alright, crazy. Alright, what else is here? Great, another monologue. I'm kidding. We have Judgment, or maybe I'm not. Who knows? Judgment and Four of Pentacles. So, cognitive dissonance is about figuring out what you can't figure out while knowing that you have everything in the arsenal of having figured out what you thought you figured out to be able to use to figure out what you can't figure out. Answer's always within the question. So that means not much has to change while everything changes. Universe works in absolutely fantastic contradiction, ladies and gentlemen. It would make sense to start enjoying it in that same limelight. Sometimes some of y'all feel like you're in a twilight zone. You can't really understand where you are, but you're just not in a space that you're in. And you're like, what the fuck? Where did I just go? And why am I here? Okay. So that's like your ancestral energies. The energies outside of your aura that are wicked fast. Having a fucking good ass time with you. Alright? Because there are only certain moments they can really get to the innocent version of you, and so when they do, they make that moment really like, ha! Okay? Just so that way they can be like, we rule the world, not you, you little human. You do not rule the world. We rule the world, right? And you're like, all right, I get it. But I'm here making these choices, y'all. Because y'all out there ruling the world and shit. But I got to make these choices to bring some stability into whatever y'all think is stable or not stable. So, when I'm ready, that's when. That's it. That's how simple this shit is. And if y'all feel like, oh my god, there's so many things touching me, and the paranormal shit is... some of y'all feeling it, man. That cognitive dissonance is a woozy of a journey. You want to talk about it? Details are down there below. You can talk to me about it. I'm all ears. I'm all ears. I'm all ears. Didn't even shuffle. Let me shuffle at least. Another episode of Cognitive Dissonance. So this is these next few cards I'm getting the message are gonna help explain how cognitive dissonance is taking effect in certain categories of your life. These are perhaps some of the subject matters, okay? Where the cognitive dissonance is like, what? But I thought, and then what about, huh? Slow down. I'm not ready for it, little by little. Okay? And carrying two more, so bear with me a moment. So we have categories where cognitive dissonance could be taking effect with you is a category of relationships. So this means that either people are going to be sharing their opinions, maybe out of left field somehow, some way, and you're like, what the fuck is going on with this person? Are they like on the other side? Are they like getting culty on me and shit like that? Relationships, cognitive dissonance, booyakasha. You can listen or you can ignore. Up to you to take the opportunities of what you're going to feel that you're going to take your discernment energy of towards and figure out whether or not you're going to utilize some information or nix it. Up to you. But relationship is a possible category for you. Good luck. The next one is where cognitive dissonance could be taking effect is change. That hurts because everything changes at every single moment. That's how real cognitive dissonance is to occur. It is a fun possibility. Why is it necessary to read about it? Well, it's not. It's not. It's part of the inevitable change anyway. We just have to rewrite some things because some of the things that have been written down in the telephone pole of the game is misleading. It is very misleading. So the universe is like, we're going to have to fuck shit up. And in due time, we're going to label some things what it is until y'all catch up. Another place that cognitive dissonance might be challenging for you in certain aspects in life is in regards of happiness. All right? Makes sense. Very straightforward message. And another category is surrender. That's a challenging pursuit. How are you going to allow the information just to kind of come through and then surrender through that? And then at the end, when it's done giving you all of it, decide what to participate in, accepting, and what not. That's how simple it is. And that's how cognitive dissonance can be a concern to you or an absolute disinterest. Okay? I'm wishing you a wonderful morning, noon, or night, wherever you are in the ether of this time and space. And may you keep flowing, growing, glowing. Take care.